How's it going, son of a... Hold on.
Hooray!
There we go!
Technical difficulties.
It's alright, we got it. How's it going, guys? This is So Like You Know, the podcast your mother warned you about. I'm Bo.
I'm JP.
And this is the show for June 18th, 2018. It's a year. So, yeah.
Not 2018.
I know. I realize that.
I was just like, wait a minute.
He's sort of stupid.
2018 was a simpler time.
It was. Much simpler. 2 years ago, when we are all allowed to go out of our homes.
Yeah, I just saw like pictures of us at DCC. Now, was it DPCC or?
It was DCC.
At the time it was, but now it's something different.
Now it's DPCC. DPCC. Oh my God. So yeah, all kinds of fun stuff. But as you know, we always do a live show at 9:35 Mountain Standard Time, right here on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Yeah. But we are glad to have you guys join us on our live show. So make sure you join us in our chat room where you can talk with us and join us and enjoy all kinds of wonderful sounds into your ear holes. We'll make them wet. It's good. Anyways.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Yes. So, as you know, we always like to start out our show with the intro to the craft brew.
In review.
Mr. Pizza, what are we drinking?
Tonight. We are... Wait, it's this one. Yeah. Tonight we are drinking the peanut butter porter from... I don't even know how to say that. Sagatuk.
It sounds like Babadook.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm like, I don't even know how to say that. Sagatuk Brewing Company. It's a porter with 5.7 ABV, and description reads: a classic porter with a rich and delicious harmony of peanut butter. Open the top of this flavorful beer for a silky smooth drink experience.
Ooh, silky and smooth. That's so sexy. So, yeah, we're going to be drinking this throughout the show, and we'll let you know at the very end of the show what we think of it. I'm sure it's going to be most delicious because, well, it's a peanut butter porter, and you really can't go wrong there. I'm sorry if I'm spazzy right now. I had a lot of sleep, which is a good thing.
He's fully rested. Because I
Fully
took him on a hike earlier this week, and he tuckered himself out.
I done tuckered myself, man. I got worn out. That's all right.
You can't do that in public.
Nah, that's
Tucker
inappropriate.
yourself in public.
Oh man, he went in the corner and he tackled himself.
With all them Instagrammers on the top of pulpit.
Yeah, they would probably tucker in themselves up there.
Hey, Tara.
It was hot. So yeah, so like I said, we'll be drinking this throughout the show. We'll let you know at the end of the show what we think of it, because it is going to be most delicious. But moving forward, we got the Slick Feed.
Where we geek on your week.
I almost said the Geek Slick, and I don't know if that's appropriate. We got Geek Slick. It's going to feel real good on you. Hi, Liz. So, yep, and she came in right at the innuendo. That is when she always joins the show.
Par for the course.
Forever! But that's alright. So, what do we got? Ah, yes. So, we have been basically Zoidless for the last 15, 20 years, really, as far as the U.S. market goes. So, us Westerners don't get the joy of the Zoid very often, but
we get to settle for Gundam.
Absurd. Absurd. But if you guys were fans of the Zoid show back in the early 2000s, you used to play on Toonami all the time. It was most awesome, especially the Ligers. So cool. But if you guys are fans of Zoids, we are getting a new game, which is fantastic.
Did you ever feel like watching that, like when you were exposed to anime? I felt a little dirty because it was like CGI.
Oh, completely.
I was just like, ugh, I feel so plebeian.
I was still new to anime in all fairness, but it still felt dirty. Like I was a dirty little boy. Awkward.
just like,
out of context.
I'm like, is this even anime? Because there's CGI in it. And I was just like,
That's the line that I could
It's
argue, but yeah, like you said, it's very blurred. But then it comes down to the new Berserk, which is not blurred at all. It's not anime. It's poop. So
it's so bad.
yeah, I can't get past it. But yeah, so if you guys are excited for Zoids and you really enjoyed it, then we're not getting a new TV show. Sorry if I led you to that, but you know this. We don't talk about movie stuff till later. We are getting a Zoids game. So it's coming to the Switch. It's called Zoids Wild Unleashed. So should be awesome. So it sounds like it might just be a redo of a Japanese game that came out last year in Japan.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Which is fine. Because a lot of games that come out, they do. They get a lot of them. I mean, because I have a My Hero Academia game for my Switch. It's a fighting game, which is really fun, mind you. But there's no English voiceovers, and some of the stuff that pops up, you're like, it's Japanese, and I don't know what it says. Which just leads me more back to, I need to learn Japanese and stop being a little punk bitch about it. But, yeah, because I watch so many shows, it just seems worth it, you know what I mean? And I can keep talking, and I can get you better at it again, too, since you're doing all your Rosetta Stone. Are you doing those?
Yes, but I've fallen off of it.
That's
because
fair.
I've been really tired lately.
It does
like,
happen.
I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, the room is hard on the people.
It's only like 30 minutes a day that I would like to do it, so that way it's not like.
Nice. What's up, Jose the Great? So yeah, but if you guys are excited for that, like I said, new Zoids game is coming to Switch. I don't know when, but I am very excited. That game, or that show, was always one of my favorites. It was fantastic. But yeah, speaking of games, this next one sounds incredibly boring.
Some people loved it.
I don't understand. And so it's a remake of an old game, but it's going to have, the newer Pokemon in it. Oh, well, a newer style, really. It's going to be a new Pokemon Snap. Ooh, not very exciting.
Pictures.
Yeah. So it's a zoo, and you go around the world and you take pictures of Pokemon. No, you don't fight them. No, you don't battle them. No, you don't feed them. You don't do anything. All you do is wander around and look at Pokemon.
Ooh, I think patent pending that we should have this game and then have us do recordings of it and then do like a David Attenborough like documentary about it.
And you see here the wild Pikachu going around shocking shit. I mean, that might be of interest. I think we could do that. So, the only thing that would make it easier if we'd have to do the Pokemon Poke or Snap, not Pokemon Poke. That's a sex move, I'm sure it is. But the Pokemon Snap, and you end up you'd have to like superimpose that with yourself and a little bit of like the snapshot from Pokemon Go, so like people are petting it. Be adorable. You can make that happen. Totally make that happen. It's probably already happened. It might happen. Anyways.
I don't know. I think that might be cool.
Outside of that, I think it sounds like an incredibly boring and dull game.
But you get so many cute photos of Pikachu.
Ooh. Pika Nope. Sorry.
See? And Tara did enjoy Pokemon Snap, so it's for some people.
I understand it's for some people, and I'm not picking on those people. By any means, I'm not picking on you, Tara. But it looks so wildly boring. I can't imagine getting into that kind of game. Unless it was like VR and you can go around.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like if it was like a VR Pokemon Snap, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, like and actually like maybe interact with the animals. Like you could get one as a pet and throw a ball, or something would happen. Like Charizard would burn it to a crisp, or you could like chase like animals around and scare them and jump out of bushes. This is what would make it fun for me.
It's like, and they scatter, and the Mareeps would like freeze up and then just fall over.
Yes, exactly. That would be perfect. That's what the game needs to have, and I might be interested in it. But you never know. it's like it's not for everyone, but hey, I'm glad to see, like Tara, that there are people who are going to enjoy the game, because anytime Pokemon can get money, I'm for it. It's a fantastic thing, and it's brought many people together multiple times, and it's a fantastic time. So good stuff. Gonna be boring, but good stuff. Next thing, super excited for this. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What? Star Wars Squadrons. So jazzed. I want it so bad. So we posted the teaser trailer that came out on Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday? Tuesday? It's Tuesday. I wasn't there for Wednesday.
Oh, okay, yeah. Tuesday.
So, so posted that on Tuesday. If you guys had a chance to check it out, awesome. You totally should. Just go pop right over there and look at it real quick, because it's deserving. It totally is. It looks amazing. So Star Wars Squadron, we just got our first teaser trailer for it, and it looks amazing. It looks like it's going to be a mix of Star Wars Squadrons and then was it TIE Fighter? Mm-hmm. So the ultimate, it sounds like kind of the main part of it is going to be a 5v5 online experience. Like, that's going to be their main focus, I can tell. But they did fortunately understand that people do want single-player games, aka the success, major success of the most recent game. Sorry, spazzy. So the extreme success of the most recent game, because, I mean, people do want single player, and saying that they don't is absolutely delirious.
Yeah. The reason that they say that is because they can't milk it for all it's worth with all the microtransactions, which EA did say that this one wouldn't have microtransactions.
Which is amazing.
They'll have macro transactions.
The macro transaction, you have to buy every DLC. We don't give any away.
You have to buy
free.
every ship, and every ship costs $10.
Oof. Yuck. That made me physically cringe. I could feel the goosebumps of fear and anxiety. No.
But the crazy thing is that you wouldn't put EA, like, that idea wouldn't fly past them. It's like, oh, what if we did this?
It's not micro. It doesn't count. Yeah. So, I mean, I do really hope that it's going to be successful single player, because that's really why I think I'm going to be getting into it and getting it. But, I mean, I'm a big fan of playing online games. JP, I mean, you've said multiple times that those FPSs are very much single player for you.
Pretty much.
So, and I don't blame you. It's a really good single-player game. It is really hard to do, honestly. It's easy to just pump out a map, put a bunch of people together, and just have them fight it out, versus having to create a in-depth, engaging story. So, it's easier and probably slightly easier to, like coerce your audience. Yeah, and hide your audience into thinking it's a good game. You don't have to put so much, I mean, story thought into it. I don't want to say they're not putting a bunch of work into multiplayer games, because you can tell they do. You know, there's a lot of mechanics. They have to make everything work, and the glitches and the bugs.
They put at least 200 gigs in it.
Yes. So, yeah. So I'm definitely very excited for this. The single player, you're going to make one Imperial and one Rebel pilot, and you're going to end up, I assume, playing kind of both sides of the coin. And then
one versus the other.
Yeah, so I would make a guess at like a certain point you end up having to pick one side or the other. Or what if you fight it out and then you have to fight it out again against yourself? No, that's absurd.
I believe they call that masturbating.
Ah, yes, self-battling. That's what I'm going to call it. I had to go fight myself earlier for a few minutes. Leave me alone. So
told you not to bother me while I'm battling myself.
Fantastic. So, but it would be like me trying to catch the baby that looks like Yoda. Oh, that's probably for the Pokemon game. That makes more sense. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for this. It's going to be coming out. Oh, I forget to get that. Star Wars Squadrons release.
Somewhere on the graphic somewhere.
October 2nd, 2020.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so obviously it's going to be coming out initially for PS4 and Xbox One. It's also going to be coming out on PC, and then it's going to be available on the PS5, which with obviously updated graphics. I posted a link on Slick earlier that someone with, or no, that was the Spider-Man one. I read a different one. Is that it is going to have upgraded ray tracing and graphics for the PS5. So it's not just going to be like pumpy here. It's the same, looks exactly the same. So, and this one is going to be playable in PlayStation VR as well. So I don't know what that's going to constitute. If it's just going to be like you'll see in kind of a HUD, and I don't know if you'd look around and see everything because that might make you really freaking dizzy.
I don't know. They did it with Ace Combat 7 with their VR missions.
All right.
It's pretty intuitive from what I've heard.
Okay.
Haven't played, but
So we do have a possibility that it's going to be playable kind of like you're really in the cockpit playing around, be able to look around. So I can definitely get down with that. I would be interested with it. But I am very much excited for it coming out on PS5 because I am definitely getting the PS5. Not much interest in the Xbox. So it just doesn't have the same, exclusives that the PlayStation always seems to have. And quite honestly, I'm logging into Grand Theft Auto monthly because I don't know if we talked about this. Every month you log into Grand Theft Auto, you get $1 million until the PlayStation 5 Grand Theft Auto comes out for free for online mode. So log in once a month,
okay.
And you'll get up to $5 mil for when the game comes out. I think that's pretty fantastic. 5 mil. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah. So very jazzed for that. We'll be picking it up for sure. Oh, and it's gonna have crossplay. I forgot that. That's a big one. That's very important for online.
In all caps.
Yeah, crossplay. So, I mean that's a big thing right now as well, which is fantastic that they're working on doing that. Because I mean, it's nice, especially being on. When I play Call of Duty Modern Warfare right now, and you see Xbox and PC semi-regularly, which is nice because the lobbies fill up so fast and you're into a game so quick because of crossplay. It's made such a difference as far as the lobby times. It's fantastic, and I've been really happy with it. So, and that was something you saw initially with Rocket League, is that you turned on the game and you were playing. It was never really much of a wait time. So crossplay is only going to get better as we progress, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Very jazzed about that. But speaking of the PS5, right there behind JP, we posted some stuff about it, talked about it last week. But the Amazon French store, they might have fucked up, as you might say. The if someone can
like a dog with peanut butter stuck to the roof of its mouth.
Yo. And so they might have accidentally released the price of the PS5 preemptively. So if you guys are wondering, oh shit, how'd they do that? So we might have found out that so per their market. Possibly the prices in American is for them was $559.16 for the disc drive version and $447.10 for the full digital. But as we know, so traditionally all of these systems released in the past for the American market have always ended in $99. It's just how they do it. So $49.99, stuff like that. So I'm making the hopeful assumption that it's going to round down due to living in France being a little more expensive. They're actually about 3% more expensive to live in France than it is in the U.S. So I'm hoping it rounds down, and we end up getting $4.99 for the disc version and $3.99 for the full digital. So now a lot of things could change that, and we don't know. It could end up being more expensive, especially with the tariffs we have on China right now due to the Goblin. And so that could definitely dramatically change the price. I'm really hoping it doesn't, because all PlayStation's Xboxes they're made in China. That's just how it is.
Even like Xbox and Sony, they've always taken a hit on a console, whether they only make a couple bucks. Where they make it up is like software and hardware sales.
Yep.
Afterwards.
And I'm sure they get little bits from each of the micro and macro transactions that happen through the side companies. So, yeah, I think that's what we're kind of looking at. I'm hoping for. So, looking at $4.99 and $3.99 respectively for each of the PlayStations. I really, really do hope it comes in all black. Not a big fan.
There'll be different versions for sure.
I hope
they'd
so.
be stupid not to.
I really hope so. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my Destiny Edition PlayStation. I think it looks awesome. But I'm not a big fan of the white and black of this one. And quite honestly, after the warranty's up, I will probably end up spray painting the outside. Or buying a skin for it, because I'm sure those are going to be released almost immediately. But yeah. So, just for that. So, possible PlayStation prices finally released. I mean, it's kind of what everyone assumed it was going to be. I mean, some people have been drifting towards the 600. I know we've talked about that. And I think that'd be fair. But 500, 400, still pretty good.
No, they'll be like, oh, the system's free, but the games are $150.
And now you're broke. So, yep. Yeah, this next one's interesting. And I agree with it.
So, the FDA has approved a first prescription of a video game for kids. And the video game is called Endeavor RX. And it's to treat kids
ADHD.
with ADHD, or what's the other advanced form? Is it ADHD, like hyper attention deficit disorder?
ADHD. Yeah, I mean, there is more aggressive ones, but yes.
These kids suffer from headaches and, having short attention spans, but having these kids play this video game, formerly it used to be called Project Evo.
Mm-hmm.
They found out that the kids have less headaches and are more attentive with daily, like 30-minute increments of playing this video game.
Which is pretty fantastic.
So, I was like, suck it, media, saying, oh, video games, there's nothing good, no redeeming qualities of it. A lot of times where I can't bring it up, it's like, oh, well, there's this, and like in Origins, like there is a history mode in there where you could learn about, and in PSVR, you can visit a museum and look at things, and then it gives you descriptions and audio things. So it's a good learning. It's I don't know, kids nowadays are visual learners.
They are.
So
I mean, kids have always been visual learners too, and I think that's a big part of it, is that people are realizing
even more so.
Yeah, and that there's a lot of different ways of teaching and a lot of different ways of learning, and it needs to be adaptive per, each kind of group set of children, because everyone's going to learn a little different. And it's pretty fantastic that they have stuff like this, that they're not going to allow children to fall behind, and they'll be able to kind of maintain themselves in a classroom, help out a little more, because it is a challenge for them. And regardless, because they might be hyper intelligent, but just have the trouble focusing. So I think this is pretty fantastic. Like I said, anything that's going to help children succeed is excellent progress. So very happy to see stuff like this. I mean, and it's not the first time that video games have been used, for this kind of thing. JP was saying that. There's instances in the past where virtual reality has been used for burn victims and people who have lost limbs to help kind of ease that pain, kind of fool the mind into not feeling it for a little while. So I think this is just a great leap forward. So very excited for that. It's just progress is fantastic.
Yeah, and then
So.
Liz says dexterity, coordination, problem solving, some of the things video games can help with, and did an experiment on it for psych.
Nice.
Well, which is also a thing because they've developed VR stuff for like doctors when they have to do like surgery and stuff. They can actually perform surgery with that.
Surgery.
With those things.
Surgery. Yes. Ooh, shit. Yeah. So,
yeah, but it's all good stuff. Steps forward. That's all we need to do right now.
yeah. So that's definitely exciting. Also, you now have Zydrate and Anime stuck in my head, which I'm perfectly fine with. So, yeah. Anyways, where are we at? I'm gonna need to watch that afterwards. If you guys haven't watched Repo: The Genetic Opera, you should. It's a fantastic movie. It's very well done. So, because the little glass gun goes into a vial like a battery. Oh yeah, and Liz points out another point: complex surgeries. Sims is life. Yeah, so there's a lot of possibilities here. It's just fantastic. Growth in intelligence and allowing everyone to succeed. That's really what it's about. So, speaking of succeeding, you guys should grow and expand your entertainment views and things in the world, and go head over and check out one of our awesome slick content providers and hosts at Shell with ShellShocked Cosplay. If you guys haven't checked her out, you're definitely missing out. She has all kinds of awesome cosplays you guys can get into, as well as when you're done with that, head right on over to her band of exceptional equestrian sword battling jousting group, the Knights of the Tempest. So they post all the kinds of stuff on their Facebook, Instagram. They are practicing for their up and coming shows as soon as the COVID is done. We'll see. But yeah, so make sure you head over there, check her out at ShellShocked Cosplay, follow Knights of the Tempest at Knights of the Tempest or at Knights Tempest. But go to the website knightsofthetempest.com and you can get links to all the fantastical stuff. So,
woo! They should be gearing up to go this season. Yeah. Now that things are opening back up.
We'll see. We'll see. We got high hopes. I got high hopes for everyone. But still got to be cautious. If you guys haven't seen the news with COVID, I believe it was Sweden. I believe it was Sweden that they had one of the lowest counts of COVID, and then they opened up all their restrictions, and now they have the second highest count of new infections in all of the world. So
I thought Sweden didn't have any restrictions to begin with. Like if people were going to get sick, they were going to get sick.
No, it was, like I said, it was Sweden, Switzerland, one of those places. I'm not sure what, but yeah, they went from none to second worst in the world.
Yeah, but then Italy is now showing no signs of COVID, or very little.
I would say it's still very little. There's still some, but they've also done an extremely aggressive lockdown. So, yeah, I mean, at this point, if you're avoiding long distance traveling,
great,
it's going to make a difference. So,
because we are the carriers of this.
We are the carriers of the COVID. Yeah, that's a Broadway play in my head now. It's pretty good.
COVID across America.
COVID across America. Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch Beer Fest after this now. Liz says, just finished Mandalorian streaming season 2 of The Order right now. I've never seen The Order, but always a win to hear anyone who've watched The Mandalorian. Well, that wasn't meant to rhyme, but that was awesome. Huh?
Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow. Oh, I need to watch that too. I need to watch everything. So, for COVID, Liz says there's been an uptick in cases, assuming the COVID. Yeah, I mean, and that's because everyone's getting more lax. So, we're all kind of assuming the second round is going to be making its way through. We've already had multiple
why.
instances. One woman who had COVID and then 4 weeks later got COVID again. She's been in the hospital twice and will probably never work out of that debt ever again, which is very sad because hospitals suck and the government doesn't care about you.
Get it.
And then part of the new season of Witcher. What? Part of the new season of What new season? New season? What are you talking about?
What do you speak of?
Witcher season 2?
Or are you catching up with this season?
I'm assuming you're saying you're catching up because I was like, that would be big news. Big news. Big news. I don't know. She's going to correct us shortly here. Freaked me out a little bit. The Order is a secret society on a college campus, except it's magical. So it's like The Magicians, which is a good show. So, do what you do. Cool. Speaking of cool things, us. Slick. We're the slickest people on the block. So you guys should follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitch, and subscribe on YouTube, all at SLYK Radio. Because we are the most fantastic bit of news you can get in the week. And we try to keep it positive, which is really hard to do sometimes, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. Your tune song could be part of the new season of Witcher. Wait, the intro to Slick could be part of the new tune of Switcher? Switcher.
Do we have an opening theme song?
Yeah.
I thought we had an ending one.
No, we have an opening theme song. It goes do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That one. We also have an original opening song that we don't play anymore.
In a while.
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, we have the rights to it. It's just I don't want to get knocked off Facebook or YouTube because they're very, very picky. And I don't have that email anymore. So. Or I might. I would just have to find it. Possibly. Who knows? I'd have to look. But yes. So moving forward, we got Slick Tube.
Tube Slickers.
Oh, it's so smooth. So, yeah. This one makes me very excited. Justice League. One of the good DC movies that has come out semi-recently. If you guys haven't checked it out, I suggest you do. Just look past the Batfleck. It's alright. It works in this one. Mostly. But Justice League was actually a pretty good movie, but it wasn't the best. It was a pretty good movie. I'm dancing around the subject. But Justice League is going to be getting the Snyder Cut release. If you guys haven't heard about that, we have talked about it on the show a few times, but it is going to be coming to HBO Max next year. Don't know when.
$20 million on it.
Yes.
For him to make that. I was like, what is that?
So, which is absolutely amazing, the amount of money they're pumping into it. Because originally, Zack Snyder had a completely different cut of this movie, and he had a completely different mind and scope and plan for it. But, as things go, it evolved into what it currently is. He had to
step away.
Yes. And
personal reasons.
So, due to a massive amount of online requests, backlash, and all kinds of hashtags, Warner Brothers has decided, we're going to give you $20 million to finish what you were planning on doing, which is pretty awesome. So, they gave him that, and he's going to be doing the Zack Snyder Justice League release, which, pretty amazingly, if you guys haven't watched a little teaser trailer for it, I suggest you do. Did you manage to get a screenshot of that scene? Okay. You guys should check that out. Zack Snyder Darkseid. Let's see if there was a screen cap of it. Yeah, that works. Can I do this? Yes. Did that do a thing? I don't know if that did a thing. I don't think it did the thing I wanted it to do. Damn it! That's alright. So, what we saw is a scene where Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, is going into a cave of some sorts, and she sees a ancient image of Darkseid, who's awesome and badass and super scary. And so Darkseid was actually supposed to be the main antagonist in the Justice League movie, which is a big change going from the Lex Luthor character, and everything that was oriented around that, and Superman, and it was just it was a completely different story than what we were expecting. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. I'm just super excited for it because Darkseid is one of the most badass characters from the DC universe, and as far as I'm concerned, way more powerful than Thanos. Yes, definitely. So I know they're different universes, but I think he's stronger because, he didn't need the Infinity Stones because Darkseid himself, with his Omega Beams, he can kill people and bring them back to life, and he can control the minds of people. So he has almost, I'd say, at least half the powers of the Infinity Stones without needing the big old glove. So, yeah. So, very jazzed for that. And like I said, there's a whole bunch of shots from this that came out. I suggest you guys watch the little teaser trailer for it. It looks really good. It just dropped today. Like I said, it's coming out on HBO Max next year. So we'll be getting that. And I believe HBO Max is actually doing a 1 month free right now. So you guys want to check that out. I spotted it in my emails earlier. Like, hey, we noticed you used to have HBO Go. Try this. So I may just hold out until the Darkseid stuff comes out. We'll see. I used to have HBO, but just kind of dropped off. There wasn't much on there to watch.
Watchmen, Chernobyl.
So
you can rewatch
that.
Game of
Well, I was
Thrones.
gonna say that was superseding what we were watching at the time. So now that we've kind of finished up with all that stuff, now we got to go back.
Was this one you were looking for?
Kind of, a little bit. I think it's a little small shot of it. And yes, like Liz says, he's pretty much omnipotent. He came from a group of people called the New Gods, I believe. I think that's canon. I don't think that's New 52.
Comic book lore is
it's kind of all over the place.
A little bit everywhere.
Yeah, because I think in New 52, he's technically Jason, aka like Greek Jason, and he ended up gaining a different type of powers. His origin changes a little bit, but ultimately what it comes down to.
Yeah, he's a new god.
Yeah, so he is the uber
Lord
badass.
Lord of Apocalypse.
Lord of Apocalypse. Yeah, he's got alpaca lips.
Mm-hmm.
So, Liz, what do you mean? What was I singing a few minutes ago? I sang like 3 or 4 things. I assume you were talking about Zydrate Anatomy from Repo the Genetic Opera? Possibly? Maybe? Sorry, I'm a special kind of stupid right now.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so this one's cool. Yes. So Kirk Wimmer is going to be doing a filming of a new Children of the Corn, which is Children of the Corn, which is fantastic. Super cool. I totally like your alfalfa thing right now, JP.
Alfalfa. Oh. I was just like, what are you talking? Oh, the cowlick.
Yep.
That's always been there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so he's rebooting a new Children of the Corn. So this is going to be, I assume, from the beginning, Children of the Corn, not the 11th movie in the 10-movie series. I didn't even realize there were 10 of these movies.
That was, wow.
Yeah, so I've known about the first one. I always have. I've grown up watching it multiple times. I was completely unaware that there were any other versions at all. It has never come up to me. No one's ever brought it up to me. So they must be pretty bad. At least that's my guess. It's kind of like Land Before Time, but evil children.
Liz says, yeah, it's hard for me to keep up with all the iterations.
Oh, I assume she's talking about Darkseid?
Darkseid and probably Children of the Corn.
It's very well possible. So, yeah, so this is going to be a reboot of the original from 1984. So, all based on the Stephen King original short story. I believe. I don't remember what book it was in. But, yeah, so another good one. Also, you guys should read the Mr. Mercedes series. I brought that up on Facebook earlier. I just finished the trilogy book series. It's really good. And it's fantastic. You guys should go check it out. It's a prequel technically to The Outsider and If It Bleeds, two of the newer Stephen King books. So go read the Mr. Mercedes trilogy. It's fantastic. It's not quite what you were expecting, but it's very well done, and I really like how the story progresses. So go watch that out. Watch that out, read that out, or listen to it. However you got to get it into your head, go do it. It's fantastic. Yes. Speaking of fantastic things, this next one matches JP's shirt.
Woo!
Yeah. So Rick and Morty creator Dan Harmon is developing a comedic animated series for Disney that will air in 2022. Okay, it's going to be for Fox, but we all know it's Disney now. So Rick and Morty Disney version.
Which is weird.
It's got some weird connotations that I could try to derive. Yeah, it's going to be odd, I'm sure. But, I mean, it wouldn't be the first. I mean, Fox has really liked to have its hand in kind of the adult-oriented animation, which is hard to say, not thinking that we're talking about porn. But, you know, American Dad, Family Guy, Cleveland Show, those are all very, you know, age-oriented. That sounds better. So, you know, people 18 and up, under than that you can get it, but it's really when you get older in life, you're like, oh, I relate.
That's what they were talking about.
Now I understand. It's kind of like going back and like seeing stuff, and you're like, oh, damn, that's dirty.
Dirty movie.
Dirty boy. Actually, speaking of that, you guys should watch the new Mary Poppins too. Me and Hannah watched it the other night, and it was really good.
I didn't even know that there was a new one.
It's a new one. It came out last year. It has Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins, and she does a fantastic job. It's on Netflix right now, which I assume it's also on Disney Plus, but it's on Netflix. Go watch it. It's really good. And it felt like Mary Poppins the whole time. I was giddy. I was happy. I was realizing very dirty jokes that were inside the songs. Yeah, that's what made me lead to that. There were some dirty jokes in the movie that only someone of a progressed age group
from a certain point of view
would understand.
Would get it.
So, yeah. But good for them. But yes, it's fantastic. Really go check it out. So, yeah, we're going to be getting a Rick and Morty, Dan Harmon comedic original animated series for Fox coming in 2022. No idea on what it's going to be. But considering Rick and Morty and then that other show that just came out recently, of which I have not
Polar Opposites?
Polar Opposites, thank you.
No, Solar Opposites, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it should be interesting, to say the least. I don't know. We'll see. Last bit of news!
Hooray!
Yay! I'm actually a sleepy boy now. I've put a lot of energy into this. It's all coming out. It's dribbling out like I'm not going to finish that. After seeing the success of Parks and Recreation's single episode that came out last month, I believe, the NBC decided they're going to be a single episode of 30 Rock that's going to be airing as well, which makes me very happy. And fortunately, all the people behind JP's head right now, even Tina Fey, who was munching on the back of JP's head, is going to be coming back. Yay! Fantastic. Woo! So I really enjoyed watching 30 Rock. If you guys haven't checked out the series, you should. It's good. It's worth your time. But they are going to be bringing back Tina Fey, Alec Baldwin, Jack McBrayer, the guy on the far right of your screen, if you guys don't know, and Tracy Morgan. So, yes. So all kinds of fantastic awesomeness. It is going to be filmed in the same way as the Parks and Rec was. So it's going to be from everyone's home due to the COVID and people getting together. It would just cause more stuff, and New York's very strict right now, which is understandable. So, yes. Cool. Awesome. Phantasmagorious. But that's going to be airing July 16th at 8 p.m. on NBC, and then the following day on multiple other things. Everything else, I think, that was NBC, they're just going to be pumping it out.
It was on YouTube, like NBC YouTube channel where we watched the Parks and Rec one.
Yes. So, there's going to be everywhere, man. Oh, not quite long enough yet. So, yeah. Super excited for that. Very jazzed. And everyone should check into it so we can get more of these things, because that makes me happy. Maybe we'll end up getting like a psych one, too. That's what this should all be, too. I just want a psych one. Now that I've said it out loud.
Please.
Yes.
USA, please.
USA, pineapple! Ah! So, yeah. All right. And that little burst of energy has led us into our last segment, the micro craft brew and review.
Is it a micro?
No, we used to call it micro brew, and then I almost said the untapped brew. I'm drifting.
Hooray! Delirium!
Delirium. So, yes. JP, what have we been drinking?
Tonight we've been drinking peanut butter porter from Saskatoon Brewing Company.
That's not appropriate sounding.
It's a porter with 5.7 ABV.
Nope. That one right there. I got it in the middle of the screen so we can see it. Oh my gosh. So.
This has happened to me all the time.
It's alright. I got it right in between us. You should be able to see what it is. So we've been drinking this one, and it is like peanut butter coffee beer. I love it.
Mm-hmm. I enjoy the smells of it too.
Yeah, this is very well done. This is what I was expecting the last peanut butter beer to taste like. Really?
The PB&K?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago?
Yes. This is what I was hoping and expecting that one to be initially. So, very, very delicious. Very well-rounded. It has kind of the density of a nitro brew, much like Guinness.
Mm-hmm.
But the
hardly
flavor...
no carbonation whatsoever.
Yeah. The flavor profile, yeah. It's a peanut butter porter, straight up. It's very well balanced. It's very delicious. It's a 4.5.
Yeah, I would say the same.
So
4.5.
Fantastic.
The only reason it's not a 5 is because I can't pronounce the name of your fucking brewery.
That's fair. Go take the photo.
It's probably where they're from.
There we go.
Michigan, you say.
Is that a good photo? That's a terrible photo. Perfect. I'm going to use it. So, yeah. So, if you guys are wondering why I just took a photo and why we're giving scores on beers, that's because we post them on Untapped. UNTAPPT. Get the D. So, yeah. It's a fantastic place where you can follow us on there at SLYK Radio. JP's on there.
J Pizzletron.
And Shell's on there at ShellShocked Cosplay. So, you can follow us on there and do all kinds of delicious chickens outs and stuff. And find out what great suggestions on beers we have, you have, and send to us. Also, if you guys ever want to have us try a beer, you can send it to us. Let me know. And also, just send us a message. I'll go try to find it because I'm always interested. Also, if anyone can get their hand on that Lucky Charms beer, I still want it.
I think it's already one and done, and then that was it.
I know.
Limited time only.
It doesn't mean I don't have high hopes. High hopes.
Well, we could get like that Carlsberg Fallout beer.
That's something.
But it was only made in England, so I'm like, fuck yourselves.
Yeah. We need someone to send it to us. Someone in the UK.
I got some friends there.
Okay. We need to make it happen. We can send them something in return. We'll send you some PBR.
Bud Light Platinum.
Bud Light Lime. Oh my god, so delish. I used to love Bud Light Lime. It was so good.
Partook.
Yeah, Bud Light Lime, the Bud Light Platinum, all those. They were fantastic. Never got into the Keystone. Was not douchey enough for that. But, you know, that's how it goes. But either way, so make sure you follow us on Untapped, because we have all kinds of fantastic informations and lovelinesses for you. That is the Fallout beer. Fantastic. I want it. So, yes. But, you know what, guys? With the end of Untapped, that's also it for our show. Good stuff. Thank you for listening. Don't forget, we put out new episodes Thursdays, 9:30 Mountain Standard Time-ish, right here on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube at SLYK Radio. So make sure you head on over and chat with us live, because we love to talk to you guys. You're some of our favorite parts of the week. So, yeah. Good stuff.
And when you see us roll through your feeds, make sure to finger box that subscribe button, smash them likes, and become one of our Sly Knights.
So, like, you know, is not responsible for anything, ever.
Produced by Slick Solutions somewhere in Colorado.
And Slick Radio's completely weightless.
Like your opinion.
Just kidding.
We care.
But your government doesn't.
Don't you forget it.
We love you guys. Have an absolutely fantastic time. And Liz, that's exactly the beer we were talking about.
Yeah.
So, either way, you guys have a fantastic week. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. We post all stuff throughout the week as well at SOYK Radio. But we'll be seeing you next week. Adios.
Bye. Get this beer.